Hi everyone, it's Val Klein. You're watching another Supernatural review, and this is Season 6, Episode 22, The Man Who Knew Too Much, and the Season 6 finale. If you're new here, I do a recap and review of every single episode of Supernatural, so let's get into it. This did not feel like a finale, and I'll get more into it, but it probably is like the worst finale because it just didn't feel like a finale. Like there wasn't enough there, and usually finales are really, really strong. I'm trying to think, maybe the worst finale is the series finale, but I'm gonna get more into why it didn't feel like a finale. It felt more like a penultimate episode. So at the beginning, we start in this high stakes chase thing, and it turns out it's all in Sam's head. I do feel like it took a little bit too long for us to realize we're in Sam's head, and also the whole aspect of like the wall coming down in Sam's head, I totally forgot about. Like I keep talking about how this season there's so many things happening, and the fact that Sam was soulless and that he like has this thing in his head that like the wall could come down and all this stuff could happen. Like I totally forgot about that. We have all the monsters, we have all the angel stuff, and then the soulless Sam stuff too. And it's crazy because Sam was soulless for a while, but I guess I just like completely forgot it because that was like half the season. He was soulless half the season, and I can't believe I like totally forgot it. Like I totally forgot about the wall, and it's not something like, I say like, it's gonna come up or whatever it might be. Like it completely like I totally forgot about it. And I feel like the writers forgot about it too. And then they were like, oh my God, it's the series finale or the season finale. We need to have it in this episode. And so then they had it. Obviously, you couldn't have it at the end. So they had it at the beginning. And I felt like it was a big part of the episode, like it was half an episode too. So that's why I feel like it was more like a penultimate episode, because I would have liked a standalone episode on its own where like this thing happened and maybe some had a little angel stuff too, but it just like doesn't feel like enough for a finale. So it feels like it could be like the second to last episode. Like that's why I'm saying penultimate episode. And then to have all this stuff where it did take him like a long time to realize like he's in a dream, or well, even it took him longer to realize he's in a dream. It took us like long time to figure out he's in a dream, and so him even longer. Like it just was a long time, which like if that was its own episode, like I'd be fine with it and like all this stuff. But it's just crazy that like it's something like it just feels like we all forgot about it, and the writers maybe forgot too, and then had to squeeze it in the end. And it just like also didn't seem like it was that bad, and like Death and everyone was making it seem like it was so bad, and like the end Sam was fine and he kind of like saved the day a little bit. So but because I do feel like at the second half of the episode of like the whole where we were going and all the angel and monster stuff, like I feel like that was actually a little bit stronger, and I've been critiquing it the whole entire time, and I don't know if it was stronger because the other half of the episode was just like the Sam thing, and so it was stronger compared to that, or if it actually was stronger and like because the finale they had it come to this point or whatever. Raphael teaming up the Crowley, like I can't believe we didn't have that sooner, whatever. And so it seems like I guess Cass tricked them, and then Cass became God at the end. Like that's how the episode ended. And I feel like the writers wanted this to kind of like, well, God, Cass is not really God. He's like pretending he's God. I don't know, whatever. But I think that's where the writers wanted to end season 6, because kind of like I was saying, like they're making like Cass and Crowley like villains in a little bit way this season, and it's kind of weird and it doesn't feel right. And so I actually feel like this idea of Cass being this powerful or whatever else, like is actually a little bit stronger. It, like you can really see it, and I mean it kind of does blur a line because he does care about them. So but in the end, like I still feel like the finale itself wasn't that strong, and this episode wasn't that strong, and it didn't feel like a finale. But I do feel like it's stronger than some of the other episodes that have felt very serialized, and so for that, like I give it some, but that's because that's a finale and it's supposed to be stronger. Finale is supposed to be like the best episode of the season, if not like top 3. And so it's just kind of sad to like see it this way, and no wonder like so many of us like remember season 6 this way, because even the finale is not that strong, and it probably will end up being, if not the worst finale, like second to worst, third to worst finale. So that's just kind of how it is. And so it like I just think the writers were doing too much, and then I don't think they set up the next season that much, because I thought the next season had to do where Dean starts off the season in purgatory, but maybe at some point in the season he goes to purgatory. Like, when is that? I thought that was the beginning of a season he's in purgatory, but I don't remember. Maybe it's beginning of season 8 and not season 7. I honestly forgot a lot about what happens in season 7. What's the overarching thing this season? Maybe there's nothing. Maybe they realized they were doing too much in season 6. Maybe that's why they didn't set up for too much in season 7, because they realized they did so much in season 6. I feel like season 6 finale focused more on like the angel aspect than the monster aspect, because like there was nothing with monster, and I mean, honestly, I wasn't 100% paying attention, so I don't know what was in those jars or whatever. And technically Cass got the souls of purgatory. I don't know, it feels like I just don't really fully understand it, and I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm not paying attention. But overall, like, as I said, like, it doesn't feel like finale. Weird to have the finale. They were just doing too much, tried to squeeze in the same thing when that should have been a different episode. And then maybe the reason they did put it in the same episode as all this stuff is because they didn't have enough for the finale. Maybe that's why they did it. I don't know. But thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and bye.